Hi there, I'm Tracy Perry with Hope for the Journey. And in our last video, I talked about how hard it can be to make a change and promised that I would break it down. So I thought that I would share in this video what that looks like in real life and use myself as an example so that like this is totally a normal thing, and even therapists get caught up in not being able to change. So last week we talked about the stages of change that were brought by with uh, the psychologist Prochaska, and the first stage was pre-contemplation or denial. The second stage is contemplation. Third stage is preparation. Fourth stage action, and fifth stage maintenance. Okay, so what does that actually mean? What does that look like in real life? So the thing that I have had the worst trouble trying to change is about making intentional relationships. So I was in North Carolina for 18 years, had some really great friendships, made a lot of close friends, have some birth family out there, that sort of thing. And then in 2015, we moved back to Texas. And was starting pretty much all over with the friend piece. We're moving to a different place. I hadn't been here since really high school, college, and everybody had scattered. So I was starting all over, and I really wanted to be intentional about developing some close friendships. And 9 years later, while I really wanted to do that, and every year, this has been like one of my New Year's resolutions, I find myself surrounded by people that are lovely and fabulous, but are kind of people that I haven't met intentionally. They're people that are the parents of my kids, sports teams, or colleagues, or neighbors, things like that, that are, again, lovely, lovely people, but it's not that intentional and close. And they're more, superficial relationships, where we'll have a lot of fun together, but maybe not go as deep. So why have I not been able to change? I think the first piece with the denial stage, pre-contemplation stage, while I knew I wanted it, I was still in denial of what I needed to do. And so I was just, kind of going about and thinking that it was going to happen naturally, and that I didn't need to be intentional about it. Um, so then most of the time in Texas, I've been in contemplation, I would say. All the excuses. So things like beating myself up and blaming it on being a therapist. People do get really weird when they first find out that I'm a therapist, and they either bleh and tell me everything, or and then get really nervous and want to run away, or they clam up and think that I'm evaluating them as if I want to work on my time off. But that's what I would say, oh, it's because I'm a therapist. It's because I just don't have any time. It's because, maybe there's something wrong with me. All the different stuff just goes into all of these things, and all the excuses. And I would say for a while I've been in preparation. So kind of thinking about going back and forth between stage 2 and stage 3. So going back between the excuses and into the preparation. I'm really thinking about what is the best way to move forward. I've done some reading about this. I've done some kind of breaking things down, just trying to figure out what is it that I actually need to do. And I have finally figured that out. It's really simple. I need to do something different, which we will talk about in another video. But yeah, I need to do something different, and think about, where am I going to find people that are the types of people that I want to do? And then I need to sign up and get myself out of the house. I can't just be doing my own routine and just working, doing stuff with the kids and being at the house. I have to do something outside my comfort zone. And so then moving into action, where I'm actually doing some of these things and stepping outside those comfort zones. And then maintenance would be about continuing those actions, right? So it's not a one-off type of thing, which I've done several times, but making sure that I'm following up and I'm continuing to do these things that will help me to build relationships, because of course it takes a long time. And then after that, once I've started building those relationships, making sure that I'm continuing to dedicate the time to those friendships and spending time and nurturing them in the way that they need to. So hopefully you've enjoyed my personal, uh, jaunt through the stages of change. And I'd love to hear about your own struggles with that, where you think you might be, any questions that you have. And in particular, if you're wanting to make a change and you're wanting to make a change through therapy, just realizing that you may enter therapy and not be in action. And so your therapy at first may be about helping you to move through those stages so that you can get into the right place to change. Thanks so much.